confront a reading material, you activate whatever stored knowledge you have about this material and decide which of these are exactly or closely matches the ideas in the page. If you're conscious that the writer's ideas match or at least have the similarities in meaning, you can say you succeeded in reading or understanding the text. The act of understanding the text or making it meaningful is called comprehension or meaning identification.
The main objective or purpose of reading is comprehension, and to realize this objective means to facilitate the process of reading. In other words, as you comprehend the text, you indispensably use different thinking skills to complete the reading process. Any reading comprehension activity immerses you into complex thinking process. Hence, the more you read, the more you improve your intellectual abilities. You stop reading, or you become lazy, unwilling, or disinterested in reading, and you may result in a boring, an inactive, or a dull-minded person.
To have an overall understanding of the text, McWhirter said you have to go through a reading process that makes you perform the following. First, recognize the printed language symbol like letters, words, sentences, drawings, and other signs representing the author's knowledge. Second, attach or assign meanings to the symbols based on your schemata or background knowledge. Third, fuse or relate your schemata or concepts of the symbols with the author's ideas represented by the words on the page. And fourth, adjust, modify, create, or construct new knowledge about the text based on the merging of your schemata and the author's knowledge expressed by the printed words on the page.
You have a very limited background knowledge about the reading material, and if you greatly depend on the author's ideas represented by the words on the page to understand the text, your means of processing meanings is called the bottom-up reading. Here, you spend time analyzing the structure, form, stress, and other features of the language to get close to the meaning of the text. You don't strive to understand the text by activating your old knowledge and linking this with the printed symbols. This kind of reading doesn't give importance to your own experience that you need to merge with the author's ideas to get good understanding of the material. Your reading is limited mainly to the visible symbols encountered on the page or concrete details coming from sensation. This is the reason some believe this method of reading thrives on low-level concepts. If the direction of forming meanings proceeds from you, the reader, to the author, that is, you greatly depend on or use your schemata or background knowledge to understand the text. In this case, your understanding of the text is not based only on the data explicitly stated on the page, but also on the things beyond visible information, such as your predictions, generalizations, assumptions, or conclusions. In contrast to the bottom-top reading that gives emphasis to what you see on the page, the top-down reading zeroes in on what you already know or what you have experienced in this world to help you understand the text. This is really the way you make sense of what you are reading. To add your schemata, views, experience, or background knowledge to the author's ideas represented by the words, sentences, or other marks on the page.
The processing of meanings doesn't happen only in these two ways, bottom up and top down, but also in another way called interactive or schema reading. This third method of processing meaning requires you to deal with both textual, letters, words, sentences, etc., and non-textual informations, predictions, assumptions, conclusions, etc. To understand the text, the proponents of this reading method argued that the reader's understanding of the text doesn't come in a linear or sequential pattern, or doesn't need to start from lower level to higher order thinking skills. Rather, in understanding the text, all levels of thinking interact or influence one another.
Your success in the process of understanding a reading material depends greatly on what has previously been in your mind before reading the text. Zero or poor knowledge of the text results in a zero or poor understanding of the written material. Lee said that the following gestures signal poor or difficult understanding of the text.
First, fingers moving slowly along the lines.
Higher and lower are used.
Second, lips moving while sounding the words. And the third, soft vocalization or reading silently to oneself.
Therefore, to avoid committing these poor reading acts, that is, to have an easy, fast, and thorough understanding of the text, you have to aim at empowering your brain with plenty of schemata, concepts, or knowledge about all kinds of subjects in this world. And you know very well that, aside from traveling, reading is the best way for you to become knowledgeable about the world.
Remember, the more you read, the more you become a good reader!
Hip hop.